So prior to joining this mentorship program, I'm more on just selling term or life insurance plans. So practically, my portfolio is almost 0% ILP. Currently, my business portfolio covers about, ILP covers about, at the moment, about 35 to 40%.
Very much into be a responsible practitioner, and I'm also responsible for every dollar that my client put his trust on me.
I went back to clients where their investments are still in the rates now, going back to them, telling them, hey, right now it's good to do a top-up because this is what it should be. We should be doing to save your portfolio instead of just feeling bad, instead of like not knowing what to do, and not be so paralyzed by the situation.
Nowadays, when I have conversations, I'm really able to handle quite a number of objections. And I think the clients can see the confidence in you as an agent recommending it. So they kind of buy that also. So then they're ready to part their money, which shows that they are really confident in you and the product.
This is where I start to notice funds like Pan-European fund. You know that I never come across, and I will never look at it myself if it is not for this mentorship program.
So before I joined this mentorship program, I always have this negative perception of what ILP is.
Somehow or other, I felt inadequate. I felt that I can be better, and I felt that in terms of there must be a certain thought process that I do not know.
So personally, I always stayed away from ILPs that did protection because they were just quite a close mind.
I don't really do investment because I don't really know about it.
Because all throughout the years, I've been hearing a lot of negative comments about ILP. And being a financial consultant myself now, I felt that it's important for me to know what ILP actually is all about.
Every practitioner, we have blind spot.
It's good to know because sometimes when the opportunity does come up, and if you don't have your knowledge with you, you can't do much. You can't advise the client accordingly. And
after all, ILP has been a very major product in our insurance company, in our insurance business now.
So I took this chance and to start learning as like a baby. That means learn from scratch, and I also do my own tracking on the investment linked fund.
Have an open mind. You can position it in a way as an alternative to different insurance protections out there, whole life and term.
If ILP is really it's not a good product, so it shouldn't be in the market for so many years really.
There is really a fund for everyone. So going through the risk profiling, finding out their risks, but also later let you handle their emotions when markets are doing not too well.
One of the biggest struggles that I had was when I sold clients investment funds, ILP funds during like COVID, and then looking at the slump, and then after that Russia-Ukraine war happened, and then looking at the slump again, it was very difficult to go back to clients to tell them, hey, your investment is in the rates. That was something that was very difficult for me to do.
Yeah, because I think it's really easy to have conversations when things are going smoothly. But how do you have the conversation face to face with your client to tell them it's alright? Actually, you should be more proactive and take action when markets are not doing so well, because that's actually the best time for them to do a top-up to bring up their total portfolio in the future.
So when I look at how Felix does his work, it really totally blew me. I felt that, hey, I could have done this earlier.
Yeah, I can see that I'm able to know better instead of just hearing myths or a lot of negative news and feedback about ILP.
Whether was it advice that I didn't do, that I didn't give right, or was it something that's like that's always happening in the market and that I just need to address this, and actually it's not difficult. It's not wrong, or it's just how the market condition is like over the years.
And I'm very determined to know that since I'm now in this business, I must know what is really good about ILP.
I think Felix has done a great job explaining to us, showing us in a very, very organized manner how the funds actually performed in the past 20 years, looking at each like the reds and the greens, and
so that I can, from a financial consultant point of view, I'm able to actually give good advice to my clients.